Hello, hello. Welcome to a very special developer stream. This time I'm joined by Jamie, our 3D art
Hello,
lead, our skin man.
the Skin Man.
The skin man. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Let's go. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about a character that's near and dear to Jamie's heart, Reina, and we're going to be playing some Reina Dittos in Rivals 1, just kind of talking about some of the things that were important to capture when going into Rivals 2. But before we do that, Jamie, we know you are the 3D art lead, we know you are the skin man, but what do you do
What do
for
I
Rivals
do?
2?
I do a lot, but I'll say what I'm supposed to do, and that is I make the skins, and specifically these days, I'm like managing the skin team. So I'll delegate tasks. I'll tell which person to take what skin. If that skin doesn't have any concepts, I'll doodle that up, and then I make them myself too. And then also, if I hear anything breaks in the game online, I'll go in there and I'll fix it, patch it in, stuff like that. Lots of skin stuff.
Nice. I'm gonna read in the chat as well, making sure that the stream is working. Somebody said that the game looks pixelated, and I'm like, how did I fall for that? Okay, so yeah, when it comes to coming up with an idea for a new skin, let's say we got a holiday coming up, maybe something like Halloween, for example, and we don't have, Dan doesn't give you anything. What's the process on deciding characters and then also coming up with ideas? How does that work?
Deciding characters. Well, for that specific answer, it's like we gotta look at the full roster of characters and see how many skins they've already gotten, and then I pick who's missing because we don't want to overdo specific characters. I know people notice when that happens. So a lot of planning. I got like a whole chart where I got everybody and how many they total out by the end of the year. So trust me, everybody's gonna get one. It's just a matter of time. And then theming, based on our event, I'll go from there. And I'll just you can kind of tell what kind of skin belongs to a character. You get a feel for who they are, what they would do, what they'd wear, and then I just start hunting for reference and start doodling.
Nice. And then would you say, does every skin get a 2D concept? So some skins, like how many have like a really refined 2D concept, and how many are just like an idea that gets passed to a 3D artist?
Yeah. Okay. So that question is like sometimes we get just a word. Sometimes we just get a phrase or a name, and then we have to come up with a whole skin for that. Like we had what do we got? A lot of the food ones, like the barbecue chicken raster, it's just like that's the line, and it's like come up with it. What does that look like? And those are a little more freestyle. And sometimes, if I'm too busy and I don't have time to draw something, that's usually how it goes. I'll just let the artist go crazy and figure out what they want for that skin.
Nice. And then sometimes we do have really older concepts if it's like an existing like a lovers going on. We have concepts for Mark for all of those.
Those are great. That makes life easy.
Yeah, and then even with a new character, I think for something like lovers, we generally try to go back to Mark to be like, hey,
can you give us a quick pass?
We need a lovers update for Olympia or whoever else was not in the original lovers game. So cool. And then all right, so skins have different rarities, right? We got common, we got rare, we got epic, we got legendary. From your job's perspective, rank us through like how much work each rarity is.
So commons are either color swaps, or we do complete like paint overs, and we'll give it a new look. So basically that's your animal skins, different patterns, stuff like that. After that you get rare, which is we change what the character not what it looks like, but we add clothes. There can be article changes, but there doesn't have to be. But these days, we like to go all in and we'll swap a lot of articles, but we don't go too hard. Epic is where that happens. That's when we get the character could be a whole different person. All of the articles have to change. They get voice lines, they get VFX colors changes, or just straight up different elements sometimes, like Summer getting water splashes. And then, the future legendary. That's we'll show that off later. But those are gonna have everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were at Evo. We talk about it a bit, but yeah, that's when you
Yeah.
change it to a different character. It'll have a different name at the bottom too.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Which
then,
we've played with what is it? The Easter one? Craig? He's got a new name.
I know. Much to the dismay of a lot of our team, but we
And
got it to
Tony.
work.
And Tony. Tony's got a name.
Wait, Raster does?
Yeah, I think he's Tailslide.
That's crazy. I didn't know that one did. I use that skin. All right, so then walk us through how long does a skin take, and you can do it by rarity or whatever. But how long does it take the character art team?
Yeah. Let's see. Commons, depending on color swap or entire, painting the new skin, it's gonna be like a couple hours to like 2 to 3 days if the idea is solid. Sometimes you can get caught up like making the perfect tiger stripes for a good while, it turns out, and that sucks, but usually those are the quickest. And then a regular skin, if it's just like putting clothes on a character, it tends to be easy. Those tend to be like 1 week sculpting and then the next week getting it into the engine. But when it's like, what's more involved? When it's like a primal Edalus or something, that's like 2.5 weeks, 3, maybe the whole month. It depends. It depends on how crazy it gets.
Yeah, that's crazy. That feels irresponsible to make one skin for 3 weeks yet. We've done it.
Yeah.
Cool. Wait, I think we should get into some Reina. I'm trying to think if there's any other skin related questions. Nah, let's do it. Let's hop in. So Reina is coming out sometime next year, and people are excited. But
I am people.
the big thing, let's go to game capture. The big thing is you were one of the champions among the dev team for Reina. Because everyone had their favorites. There were some internal I don't know, a civil war like that movie with the Avengers going down. And I feel like Reina definitely had the most people on her team.
Yeah. We had a little army.
But yeah, I was on team Awatsu. I remember it wasn't as big of a team. Hold on, let me turn the game audio.
A team of Dan.
I think it was just a team of Dan. But because it was me, it was still a pretty strong team, because I was like, well, wait a second. I can just decide if I want.
Yep.
Let's do this. All right. Whoops. And then cool. All right, I'm ready. But she did win. So what was the stuff that attracted you to her, that put you on team Reina during the comp when we were reviewing competition
Yeah.
characters?
I'll give the whole tale. It's like, at first I was team Badra, and then it was Joe who introduced her to me. He's like, "Have you tried Lorena?" And I was like, "I don't even know what that is." And he's like, "You have to." And just day one, I was like, "Hold up, grappler?" And she was just so easy to pick up compared to anybody else. It was just so straightforward. And then immediately you get all the dopamine from landing your grabs. It's just, immediately I was like, this is it. This is it.
So do you tend to play grapplers in other fighting games?
100%.
That's your good. All right,
I am a grappler, man.
What other fighting games you play, and what's your mains?
What do we got? We got Guilty Gear, so I'm a big Potemkin player.
Uh-huh.
And then in Street Fighter, I actually started Zangief because, grappler. But I moved on to Blanca after Kells started getting way better at Zangief than me.
You were like, I lost
I was
my
like,
identity.
yeah, I was like, you can have him.
I need to play a different character. That's funny.
I'll play the monkey man now. That's fine.
You know what? Fair, reasonable. It's cool. So you are a good case on
Yeah.
finding a good grappler.
Yeah,
Did you
I know
play,
the mentality and the 50-50s. Yeah.
Did you play Incineroar in Ultimate or not really?
I do have a good Incineroar. I wouldn't call him a main, but when I'm like starting with somebody and I don't know their power level, Incineroar is a good fun start.
Yeah. Because he has some similarities as well to like the traditional grapplers, but in a platform fighter space. Okay, cool. Now Lorena Dittos is one of the ways that the team initially started really liking Lorena because the character has like different tools compared to everyone else. I remember everyone just like having a lot of fun in Lorena Dittos.
Yeah, we would just have like Lorena nights after work.
Yeah. I remember joining in on some of them, and that also helped convince me because I was again not on Team Lorena, and then I was like, all right, hold on, let me join this and play some Lorena Dittos, and then I was like, all right, this character's kind of sick. But Rivals 2, there's going to be some changes because there's some more system, right? So this game, we got parry, we don't even have shield. Right, and Lorena has a ton of grabs. So right off the bat, Trevor and I had to kind of go in and, establish, okay, what's going to be grabs, what's going to be hit grabs, what's going to be what. Our initial design, we're still playing with like how it's ending up, but the initial design was like, okay, well, most aerials in Rivals 2 are hit grabs, with the exception of some of the specials, right? Like Crag's cargo throw, he can start in the air. I might have to get 3-star.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna take advantage while you're talking.
No, I was grabbing you. Oh, I'm dead. With the exception of Crag's cargo throw and locks it on side B, right? Those actually go through shield. But like Ellis up air, Raster's down B, like those are, they don't grab through shield. Grabs. So if we go look at Lorena, let's get back into gameplay. That's what we set up. We're like, hey, aerials are going to be, hit grabs, right? They will grab and they will toss, but you can shield, right? So she's got, what's that? Down air and back air and up air.
Down air, up air, yeah.
Yeah, so back air, she like grabs and she like tosses you sideways. And then up air and down air I always thought was funny because they're kind of like the opposites of each other. So down air, you grab below and you toss them up. And then up air, you grab above and then you pull them to the ground and slam them, and it actually has like kind of horizontal knockback. So all three of those you will grab, but you can shield them. Which, if you've played, any platform fighter, that's going to be important because if you couldn't shield on a platform against Lorena at all because she had three different pretty fast grabs, right? Like all of these are going to retain their pretty close to their Rivals 1 frame data. The way Trevor usually sets up characters is like they'll just go in and kind of start from Rivals 1 frame data and then adjust accordingly, right? Because a lot of moves just would be insanely unbalanced in a new engine with it. But like a lot of times we start from that starting point. So yeah, compared to her up special, which has a really healthy startups.
That's the move.
That one does go through shield. So all of her special grabs, on the other hand, are designed to go through shield. So the true grabs, she's got her forward special, she's got her up special. Oh, so she's got her up special, and she's got her. I think that's it from this. So those will go through shield. And then she also has 2 grabs on strong attacks in Rivals 1. And that is her forward strong and her up strong. So the way that Trevor and I designed these, bringing them over, we're like, okay, I want to try both. So the way it was working in our very first playable is it was a hit grab unless you charged it 50%. And then it would have a little visual pop, and then it would turn into a full grab. And then it could go through shield. What ended up happening in our very first test session was we realized that 50% is way too long. That's like 30 frames of charge. So then we were like, okay, like let's make it 5 frames, right? So now that's what it is currently. But like honestly, both of these moves have enough startup just in their own frame data that like we're not even sure we're going to retain that, right? If that's something that'll make it all the way till this character comes out, just because with this much startup and they all have good tells, you can kind of you have time to like roll or dodge or whatever.
I'm ready. I want to test that.
So
we're gonna revert after I get a hold of that.
I mean, I don't know if you played it since it went down to like 5 frames. It's pretty close to like
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, yeah. But even then it's like you have to remember to charge it, and then you're like literally the only time it's not going through shield is if you forget to charge it when it's like that low. So yeah, we'll see. That was the initial design, but I think it's just going to feel better to have these going through shield as well. Although on a lot of stages you'll be able to do this. Which is
that's what it's all about. The anti-air.
Yeah, no, it's not anti-air. That's a shield on a flat that someone's doing, right? Especially because shield makes your hurt box bigger. So there's gonna be some stages where you wouldn't be able to grab them on the plat normally, but if they're shielding, you can grab them. So
it's already feeling
she
like
needs it.
Ho Dojo is Lorena's stage.
Yeah. Wait, Dojo? Can you grab them off the...
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I've already done some of that.
Yeah. And then, okay, so that's the grabs. Again, we're treating her like a Rivals 1 character, in that our initial goal...
She's here.
Yeah, well, part of the reason we picked her was because we liked so much of her moveset. So I think some other characters like Olympian stuff had like big changes. We're like we're trying to change as little as we can on Lorena's actually moveset, other than, adding the new additions, which are the, get up special, pummel special, and ledge special. But so like most of her normals, like they'll have adjustments, like, balance changes.
Data. Yeah.
But we're not, I can't think of anywhere we like fully, like Olympia side forward special, fully replacing the move. I think we've managed to keep most things intact. I mean, this move's hilarious in both games, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Movement and great start.
It's hilarious. You just keep doing it, they floor hug you, and you're just like, nah, I'm just gonna keep coming. I'm coming. Do something else. It's pretty funny.
What? I grabbed you.
Nope. No, I went back. I rolled the game back and grabbed you instead. Trying to think. Oh yeah, so the chair is pretty close. Like going down to like Trevor was, in the game, looking as closely as possible for how he was going to, program how some of the mechanics work, like the down B, where you get to pull yourself towards the chair. Neutral B, you pull the chair back to you. If you let go early, you don't get it, so you can like do little projectile movement.
Yeah.
The chair's crazy though. The one thing I'll say compared to like, I don't know, it like Smash and our design world. Obviously, this is a workshop character, so it's not 100% our design. But like, if a Smash character is gonna go all out and make a grappler, like they're not even gonna give it a projectile, right? They're gonna be like, it's gonna be like Incineroar. It's gonna be like all grabs. You gotta get in. You gotta like, just like a traditional fighting game.
Counter button.
Yeah, go through that stuff. For us, it's like, well, everyone in Rivals has like stage control.
Yep.
This is one of the, I think, better projectiles in the game, both in the Rivals 1 version and now what we're working on in Rivals 2. Like, just the ability to like reposition it. I remember like the offstage shenanigans that you can do with it.
In the original version, yeah.
Where you just like pull it at ledge. I'm bad.
Yeah. It used to work. They fixed it. It doesn't do that anymore.
Okay, yeah, and you can just keep it where anyone wants to recover. You just have a chair spinning, which is
right.
I think that's still in the game. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. I got a forward tilted off ready.
Oh, yep. So imagine that while you're holding ledge.
I'm doing it bad because I'm losing the hitbox before I get to the ledge, but you can, see this, see where it's blue. Oh, I got it too close. But anyway, you can just like keep it right at ledge with very little risk to yourself. Forget what we're doing. I feel like right now it's like semi-possible in Rivals too. It's just harder. Obviously, any hitboxes though can turn the chair off and move it, so it's like not completely.
But we had that idea that we wanted the chair to touch ground first before you can re-pull again. I don't know if that's happening right now or not.
I think it's one of those where it's only if it ends up being a problem. A lot of times we like we come up with an idea and then we're like, okay, well, let's test it and see if there's a problem. And generally, the way problems work in Rivals 1 and 2 is as soon as ZB can play it, then we look at it and we're like, oh god, we have to nerf this, don't we? So whenever ZB gets his hands on it, we're like, okay, well, this is actually a problem. Before then, we're like, oh, that's funny. That's cool. That's a cool idea. That's a cool mechanic. And then we see him play a competitive match against somebody, and we're like, ah, dang it. We have to nerf this. He's sitting off stage for 13 years.
With the filler.
With the filler, with Galvin's platform, with whatever he can do.
Whatever gets his hands on.
I know. Anytime we have something that can remotely be used to stall or cheese.
He knows how to make the game funny.
I mean, it's funny for him a lot of times. I don't know how much his opponent's laughing. Oh, I threw both chairs off. Ready, watch this. Oh, could you imagine? That would have killed you.
We gotta make sure we do the thing where there's like a weird interaction where if you grab chair but the opponent approaches, it'll trade for the person, like right there. That's like a very specific little mind game that happens. Oh.
Please die. Oh
no! No!
I got one. I got my Reina W. That's funny. Yeah. Wait. What are we talking about this chair mechanic? Because now I'm interested. Show it to me.
Yeah. It's like, specifically where I like to use it the most, I'll have a chair here, and people will think I'm just going for the chair grab, and they'll approach, but because my hand's out and going for the chair, it'll trade, and it'll grab the person instead. Like, it'll prioritize the person on this grab.
And then it'll hit the chair with like the melee hit, so like the chair will still get hit by the upshot. Yeah, there. Okay.
But see, like it'll always pick you, not the chair. But people will think, oh, he's just trying to set up a chair and jump in like it's safe.
Oh, so you mean you hold the strong, so then they approach because it just looks like you're about to grab.
And even like having the chair out and doing a side special, same thing. It'll go for the person first.
Yeah.
But if you don't get them, then just get the movement option.
That is cool. One thing I will say that's pretty funny when Trevor is learning is like how much like Lena has like a little more control than you would think, because even like the forward strong, when you hit, you can hold backwards and it's like a whole new animation. So like this needs its own state, but you can like toss them backwards, you can toss them forward.
In the side special. Yeah,
side special, the very first playable we had for Lorena, or not the first playable, but the first time we had her in like an internal dev tournament. You couldn't go backwards. You couldn't do this. You could only go forward. And then I was like, oh, did you know Lorena can do that? I told Trevor. He was like, what?
I missed that too.
yeah. I was like, it's like just nice to have more control, right? It actually, I feel like it ends up not being crazy impactful in practice because this move is a combo move. But
hold the down version when you land the side special.
Oh, yeah. I think he did have that one, which is crazy because that one yeah,
the spike.
I'd never really used, but that one's sick. Because wait, go off stage?
Yeah, it's like catching people out there.
Oh, man. Oh. We both die. It's impossible to hit. No one can do it.
Yeah. Yes, someone will do it. Send us a clip.
But yeah, that one he did have. I will say, that will be the animation. The first time I saw it on 3D, I was like, oh, we gotta polish that one up. But, it's because she does the opponent and her are like both parts of the animation for a lot of these, so it's like
yeah,
it is
like
a lot
to be
of
in a specific grab state.
it's a lot of animation work. I remember back air too, because again, like I mentioned before, we kind of used the Rivals 1 frame data initially. Just like how quickly she whips around, and because we're not like Rivals 1, you can kind of cheat and like, you know, it's just 2 key poses and the character moves and it looks good. We like actually have to swing the person around
Yeah,
Reina in 3D, so it's like just making sure that feels good. It requires like actually spending time and having a good animation.
I think that was like 100% or something. 106. That was early. Oh, I'm dead for sure.
One of the best
Best
taunts.
taunt.
I know. It's so good. Are we bringing that back? You have to wait and see. Probably. Yes, we are. Oh wait, is this the last stock? I remember Geek added these, but I like literally forget what happened. See all the Tower of Heaven butterflies.
Yeah.
Like one of our last updates. I would say one of our last content updates for sure was Geek went in and did a bunch of last stock settings for some of the other stages, like with existing assets. So like low hanging fruit, you could say.
Why would you DI that way? Come here. There we go.
Because I'm a beast. Oh no, dude.
I'm going. No. Oh boy, I'm in it. No.
I'm coming for you.
No, he's turning it
For
around.
you.
No.
No,
Okay.
I was
Okay.
grabbing the chair. I was gonna slip.
There we go.
No.
Yeah.
Dang it. All right, flash. Oh my gosh. Flashy did the butterflies actually. Yo, let's go, Flashy. I believe that now that you say it. Thanks, Geek. Geek's here in chat. Let's go. Trying to think of some other. People ask how far is she? She's playable. So right now, animations are still in a, what's called gameplay state. So like a lot of things aren't polished, which again, a lot of the polish for her is going to be making sure that her grabs and the reactions, the throw reactions are set up perfectly. So like everything feels good, like kind of like more game feel than like actual. A lot of times when we do polish, it's like Absa's cloth, for example. So like going from gameplay to final is a lot of just like secondary movement and like getting everything to flow and look good. Reina has less of that and more of just yeah, reactions, and got her little antenna that will have motion, I'm sure. Or antennae. I don't know what the plural, I forget. Or is the antenna already plural? I don't know. Somebody smarter than me would know this. Something like that.
Yeah, and we got to do a lot of her mandible stuff. I know we got some old animations right now. Before those were all plugged in, because we've been doing a lot of work to get the mask to work, so the eyes are expressive on there.
Like the Spider-Man style mask logic,
Exactly.
right? Where it's like the mask can be expressive and there's a face underneath there that's also being expressive, and then that way, if we, oh my gosh, if we change, you know, if we do a skin where the mask comes off, there's still like a face, because we ran into that with Raster where like we had to make both the goggles expressive and his face expressive, so they're both doing
His
face.
eyes, yeah. Which worked out, because when we did that change, there was something that the goggles are skinned to, and it perfectly did that like stretched whoa thing when he gets it.
Right,
It's really good.
right.
That was a happy accident.
I think sunglasses and stuff on one skin have like the same skinning as the goggles do, so we benefit now from that, doing that work. What?
Need that face for when she's not wearing a mask. What do you mean? Well, I ducked
You
your
parried?
up strong.
But I'm surprised, one, I didn't get parried, and two, you didn't get hit. It felt like we were right on top of each other. I'm gonna die. Wait. turn that around.
Trade the grabs.
That's crazy. Alright, ready?
No.
I do my charge stage. Come back.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Little strong. Hit the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. We could do a couple more, and then we can open up for some questions. Lena questions, general questions.
Yo, Nikolai's in the chat. Nikolai was popping off when he first played Lorena. He hadn't played her at all, and it felt all the energy on that first dev battle.
Yeah. No, she's great because, well, also the first dev stream we did, I remember Up B was overtuned. It was killing it. Purpling at 70, and that felt great.
That's good.
Because she needs it. It should stay that way, I think. No, it's not staying that way, sadly. So that was cool, but then also she's a really good character where kind of right away, I remember I played her, I think the whole tournament, but like right away I was like, this is my new main. this is my new main. No more Maple, this is my main. Because like you just do things and when they work, you feel like a genius. You're like, I'm actually
the side special into the O special. You got the setup and the guest just right. Ooh, magic.
I will say, I was like, this is my new main. And then I forgot who I played, but I played somebody who was able to zone me. And then I was like...
It was probably Vin on his Galvin.
It was a Galvin, yeah. And then I was like, oh, I forgot that I do not have the mental fortitude to play a grappler in like actual tournament setting. Because it's like the patience to like not overextend.
You get only one chance.
Yeah, and like to get in after like, a big long battle. I'm like, oh right, I literally need Maple dash attack to like let me just skip. They throw a projectile at a certain distance, and I'm like, oh, actually, wait, I'm hitting you. But I think a lot of people are gonna pick it. It reminds me of like when Olympia came out. I think Lorena release is gonna be very popular because a lot of people are gonna be like, this character feels great.
I love winning.
Yeah, and then they're gonna go against someone who can actually keep them out, and they're gonna be like, "She needs buff.
Grapplers suck."
Come on, does the devs hate Lorena, man? Like, give her, make chair like just delete everything.
Make chair active at all times. This is a hit. It's like Crag Rock.
Make it delete Lily. Make it delete Claren.
It goes through projectiles.
Oh, jeez. It removes the field. It removes Crag from character select. No, I will say, like, yeah, Chair is actually pretty legit. And it's like, it's very well designed by the original creators for sure, because it's got, like, the stage control element that a lot of characters have. It's got, like, active hitboxes. The opponent can interact with it, right? The opponent can, like, smack it around. Put it on
can
cooldown.
Use it for movement.
Yeah.
The cooldown thing is new though. That's part of the like, the adjustment they made when they saw that we picked her. They were like, "Oh, you guys should consider this if you think this is too OP." And I was like, "Yeah, it's a good change." But the cooldown they got on there is crazy. We're not even doing it that long.
Yeah, I was gonna say this feels longer than I remember, and then two, what we have set up.
But Trevor is keeping the chair becoming active when you hit me. Like, see how it turned on there? Yeah. So that's real. No.
No, could you imagine that worked? The longest chair pull of all time. They like set up that combo.
Nope.
Oh, I almost got it again. Just watch it come all the way across the screen. Oh. Well, that was nice because I was like gonna use it right when it landed, and you were already pulling it.
You're active already. Oh, no, I'm okay. No, I'm not okay.
Let's go, Lorena.
That was a 2-stock.
We can talk a little bit about some other moves. I don't want to reveal too much because there's like some cool stuff we'll get to show, like her unrevealed. But I will say, ledge special So I think in her first design doc, when we had Jamie and Trevor just kind of write up what some of her new moves will be, I think her ledge special was originally intended to be a grab. But then we did this little character called...
Oh, that was Diego. Diego's was the grab.
Yeah, we did Galvin, who didn't and was not intended to be a grab. It was intended to be like a dash that leaves behind a drill. His ended up becoming a grab over time. He has a chain grab move. So, Lena already has so many specials that are grabbing. And also, we knew that she has ledge drop, double jump, forward side B, right? Same thing as Loxodon, right? So if you have that as an option, for us, in our minds, it's like there is really a lot less of a point to do a ledge, to do a grab, right? Like both Loxodon and Reina don't necessarily need that if they're going to be able to, do it by dropping off ledge and forward specialing. So for all those reasons, her ledge special is not going to be a grab, but surprise, her get up special is a grab. And that will be kind of crazy because one of the ways you counter get up attacks is by standing next to them and shielding if you're close enough. And you will not be able to do that against Lorena's get up special.
The grappler.
Yeah, which is...
She's got a wake up grab, just like grapplers do.
I will say it's not like the biggest move, so it's not crazy impactful. It's just like a little bit of a... It does mess up your brain because like so many times you're just like standing on top of someone who's in knockdown and you're just holding shield. Like that's like almost always a safe situation to be in, except for this one matchup. It's like that. I feel like that's gonna hurt people's brains. It hurts my brain, I know. But I will say, because it's not like like Galvin or Raster or other characters who have these ginormous get up specials, because it's not like that, it ends up not... It doesn't play out. It doesn't actually play out a ton. Oh, I turned that around.
Yeah.
Instead, I did like a full backwards drift. That was crazy.
I'm okay. Oh!
You tried to use my chair against me. I see you.
No, this is not a Lorena map.
What do you mean?
Oh, that move specifically. That's the...
I tried to do... Oh, man. I tried to do it off stage to you. I love the down B when you have chair... When you don't have a chair out. It's so satisfying. You get to like slam it on their head. Nope. I tried down B again, but it didn't work. I don't know what happened. I'll talk about it.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I just hold TI.
That move
That's
kills?
fine.
I had no idea that move could kill eventually.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of here. All that fishing.
I don't know. I'm just hanging out. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my gosh.
I'll do it.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You taught me this.
What, the up air chains? No, the real chain is the down air chains.
I think the up air can kill at a certain percent if you're high enough. You just get tossed up into the top blast zone. It's nuts.
The down air ones, you need to be playing against a fast faller. At least when we first set up in first dev tournament, we saw that. Like if you're someone who falls fast, she can just like chain it because she keeps pulling you up from below her. And then you're in hit stun when you fall past her. And it just goes forever, it feels like.
Hey.
Is that your chair?
Yeah, I pulled it and you just got it.
I deleted your chair. I was actually aiming for like my chair.
Why would you think I that? Wait.
I tried to use the Rivals 2 input for Barry, and I did a neutral special because I was holding shield.
No, it feels sad hitting the grab button and it's just regular attack for me on this controller.
Oh yeah, strong is the default controls.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Let's do a couple questions, maybe?
Yeah, let's stare at this chat.
Alright, so what element is Reina? He's steel. And Galvin is metal. So, they're different.
Those are different elements, literally, on the periodic table.
Are they? I thought steel's just like a refined metal.
You know, I'm not a scientist. I'm an artist.
Iron is on the periodic table, but I don't think steel is. I think it's like just a different way that you make the metal, right? Isn't that it? It has something combined. It's like a.
I'm gonna go watch a how it's made video later.
Yeah, we're gonna learn about steel. Yeah, it's like a combination of something and something. Chat says it's an alloy. Yeah, sure. That sounds right.
Is that good? How big is Lorena compared to Crag? Crag? Lorena.
In Rivals 2? She's smaller than Crag, yeah.
Yeah. She's not super tall, but she's good height, yeah.
Is she
Taller
a super
than-
heavy? No. She would be borderline heavy. Kind of like Incineroar in Ultimate, but I feel like Incineroar he's a heavy, right? Like in terms of his properties.
Yeah.
But because like for me, a heavy is like 3 values you're looking at. You're looking at hurt box size, you're looking at the knockback weight value, and then you're also looking at the hits on gravity value, right? Because it's like, even like Eliana is a heavy, but she's floaty, locks it on.
There you go.
Thing.
That's a good comparison. She's like close to Orcane.
Yes, in Rivals 2, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say if you're gonna like classify, she'd be considered a heavy, but like right on the edge. If you consider Orcane a heavy, do you consider Orcane a heavy in Rivals 2?
A little bit. He's chunky.
Yeah, I don't think I do. So like she would be
because of his movement.
Yeah, he doesn't play like a heavy at all. Yeah, I think Lorena would be like the lightest heavy in the current Rebels 2 roster. How I would view it. But then like Olympia falls so fast, she's obviously not a heavy because she has the lightest weight values. Like her and Lorena to me have, they're occupying a similar space because if you average out all their properties, although Olympia's also really small. She literally just has the insane the insane fall speed.
Yeah.
But like hers is so high that I don't know. Maybe she like has like, and the fact that she can floor hug for a while because she's got that,
What's
speed.
Calvin's weight? I know this number. 104.
Yo, let's go. What's Lorena's weight?
I don't know that number.
Dang, dude. I was gonna be like, is Trevor here with us right now? I don't know the weight numbers. I've seen Trevor's chart, and I can like kind of visualize it in my head, but their numbers. I don't even know them in Rivals 1 though, and I wrote most of those, so.
Yeah. Calvin not being over 110 is crazy, right? He's a whole dinosaur, and he's made of metal. But he's like a little guy. Crag's taller. Ellis is taller.
Yeah, Ellis isn't taller. He's just bigger, right? I hope.
Oh yeah, with that. Well, when he stands up
I know.
the neutral.
Yeah, you're right. He's yeah. I feel you. That's so funny. Does she keep photo taunt spam? That's core to her gameplay. Maybe. I mean that we all love that taunt. Lorena creators did an awesome job, just giving her style, pulling from just like a lot of different wrestling references as well. That's one of the cool things that like I was just talking the other day about Lorena. So she does have this like luchador vibe, but like the other thing that the original creators did is like her animations, even in Rivals 1, have like a lot of references to all kinds of wrestling tropes and moves and
a whole bunch of grapplers from different games.
She's
a big celebration of all of it.
Yeah, the John Cena jab thing, like, which I really like because when I would do just Rivals 1 kits way back in the day, I would try to approach it the same way, right? So it's like, I don't know, for like Edalus, for example, when I'm coming up with his moveset, it's like, well, anything you would associate with ice, it's like trying to combine all of those, right? So like the freezing the other people and the icicles falling from the sky and then the sliding on ice. Like all of those things and the ice being slippery that you could associate with it. So I really like that the creators like took everything you could associate with wrestling and like kind of bundled it into one package, like the chair, the magnetism. Like it's really well thought out, but it also then gives us like, hey, if we were going to do a wrestling character, right? Like that's how I remember what I said when we were first in the reviews. I'm like, hey, if we were ever going to do a wrestling grappler character, then Lorena should win the contest because she's already doing such a good job of capturing everything that like it would be really weird if, let's say, Owatsu won and then I don't know, in 5 years we do our own wrestler. It would be really hard to not be biased by
what we saw and what we played
by Lorena, right? So then it was like, okay, like if we, and then we were all like, well, we kind of do want to do a character like this, right? Because like, you know, we would do a grappler eventually and like just having
I heard he had a couple little designs cooked up in the back, but then she showed up. I was like, oh, never mind, you win.
yeah it's just like a really good job of like hitting all those references, and then also when you put it together, as you could see when we were playing today, like the moveset's fun. So like that's it, that's the full package. Oh, here's a question for you, Jamie.
Somebody? Yeah, I think you're gonna say the same one I saw.
All right, you do it then.
Let's see. It says, do you plan to have references to any wrestlers on the Reina skins outside of John Cena? And I would say yes. Wrestlers, grapplers, but I keep it subtle. You know, I wanna keep Dan's lawyers happy and not have any problems. So you have to kind of read into it. I have already referenced a couple things on 2 skins that I have designed right now. But you gotta be sharp to know what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's go.
But it's there.
Yeah, I feel like the in-game skins are a little more subtle than the skin promotion videos we do, which are like for more of our socials.
Yeah.
Some of those we hit the reference like pretty close, right? But then in-game things are usually a little more subtle because, you know, Jamie, we keep it.
Yeah, I keep that in mind.
For sure.
I'm giving you guys what you want, but I gotta stay safe out here.
Somebody asked, when can we expect the next batch of animal skins for the whole cast? Or since the cast is growing, maybe part of the cast? That's a good question. I think right now, I remember I just talked to our team about, I think like characters that came out this year, aren't they a common skin behind Jamie right now? The ones that are launching, the ones that have launched in 2025. So I would like for each of them to get one more common skin, whether it's an animal or, you know, some other pattern. I don't know, candy cane, right? For Christmas or something.
Release it as a whole bundle.
Yeah, maybe the 4 of them together.
Like the common pack. Yeah.
Or just gold again, right? That's what we did. Remember last December, everyone got a second skin for gold. So I'd like to get them at least even. And then, I'd love to do the whole roster with a common. The thing is, though, if you listen to Jamie talking about commons, it's like anything from 3 hours to like 3 days. So if you're like, okay, I want to give every character a new common, we're already at 14. We're going to add 4 characters next year. So then by the end of next year, you're looking at 18. So doing the whole roster things becomes harder and harder as time goes on. It's not exponential, but it's just, you know, a growing amount of work. So I would say right now it's like, let's try to get the other characters up, right? Just increase their skins in the shop so they're even. And then after that, maybe we'll do a set. I think Jamie's right. I think if we did another common set, though, we'd probably do something that's like themed together. And maybe we'd only hit like 5 or 6 characters.
We do have some in the tank, but not for everyone. So it's possible. We can get there.
Yeah. Somebody asked, when are we going to update the title screen in Rivals 2?
The title screen? As in, like, they want to watch the Craig trailer?
No, the screen itself. Because the characters are all launch characters. True. Yeah. We did not, like, plan for it in terms of our bandwidth, but it is a good idea, like, at the end of each year to do, you know, maybe update the title screen to include the 4 from that year. The thing is, it'd probably be a new composition with that year's 4.
Or we have the characters hanging off the ship on the sides.
I know, or we replace some, we replace some characters with characters from this year.
Mhm.
We'll think about it. I would like to do that, but it's not a high prio when there's like other, the UI team wants to redo a lot of UI stuff, a lot of menus, and there's probably other ones that need art, right, from our character art team
Mhm.
that are higher prio. Kinguin getting added to the game. Yo, what if Kinguin was a
Penguin.
legendary skin for La Reina?
Lorena. I was thinking on Edalus because of the belly slide.
I know, but he can't. What? Kinguin on all fours, dude?
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess not. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm thinking La Reina and you turn the chair into something related to, I don't know, ice or. He's
King.
got
Well,
like
that's
brass
funny
knuckles.
because she's the queen and he would be the king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it some more because I feel like there's already things that wouldn't make sense. But Kinguin, the way Mark drew him, he kind of looks like a grappler.
Yeah, he's strong.
Somebody asked, "What's the next element after Lorena?" Wouldn't you like to know?
More earth, more fire, forever.
Well, people, yeah. It's gonna be either. It'll probably be Earth or Fire. Yeah. People are gonna be mind exploded when Lorena's like the last character in 2026. And they'll be like, "Wait,
You guys talk so much about
how long
her.
do these characters take to make? You guys were talking about it in August 2025." I'll be like, it takes us a long time to make a character. All right. It just takes a really long time, guys. Sunny's going crazy. I gotta shut my door. I
He
think
wants to play Lorena.
I know. Our neighbors are probably moving their car. Whoops. Turn my mic off. It's back. I hope. Let's see. Other questions we got.
I'm reading all these suggestions. I'm absorbing them.
Okay.
They may become skins. You never know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, honestly, this is the perfect opportunity if you have a good skin idea that like.
Oh, wait, I like this question.
We can't
Favorite
avoid.
ZBrush brush? AJ Polish.
There you go.
Jammy, that's your answer. AJ Polish. It's nice. It kills edges. It's almost, if you get it at the right sensitivity, it could just be a smoothing brush. Do the opposite, it's an add clay brush. That's the one.
All right, cool. Somebody asked, how many characters do you hope to eventually reach? Endless. I will say, I don't know if we'll be able to keep four per year forever, right? It's already like kind of strenuous on our studio to do it this year, and then we've committed to it next year. So I could see that number dropping. I don't know to what. I think naturally though it would want to drop anyway, just in terms of, if the game keeps having tournaments and keeps being a competitive game, which is our goal. Like you can't go look at League of Legends, for example. I think I don't know how many characters they're at a year at this point, but I know it's way less than when they started out, right? For a bit they were doing like a character every 2 weeks when I was playing back in like 2011. It's much slower than that because the meta shifts, right? Every time a new character comes out, everything shifts and you need time to let that adjust. So I'd like this. I mean, we kind of designed Rivals 2 to run for forever if we can, right? That's why we moved to Unreal. That's why we like picked an art style that is, nice looking, but not beholden to the time.
We have our systems, yeah.
Yeah. It could kind of be, the game could kind of have come out. It could have come out 10 years ago and look like this. It could come out 10 years from now and look, the art direction is meant to be like not timeless, but like, not.
It'll hold up.
Exactly. Yeah. So, we'd like to just keep working on forever. I think eventually we probably will slow down, but what we'll probably do is, like, we are working on characters well in advance. So like, we'll probably know. So just like at Evo this year, we announced we're still planning 4 characters next year. We'll probably know, around August, if the next year we're gonna drop to less characters. So we'll probably like let the fans know if we're planning on doing less. But I don't know when that would be. Right now, we're still planning on
We're good.
4 year.
Good.
Yeah. How do you decide the skin quality? For example, Pirate Claren could easily be epic, but she's rare.
Last second changes.
No, that's not the whole
like
reason.
like how I was like how deep do I want that answer to be?
Yeah, give your answer and then I'll give my answer as give your answer as the skin man. And then
what's the question again?
I'll give my answer as the studio lead. How do you decide the skin quality? And then, for example, like bringing up a skin that feels like it's close to epic, like Pirate Claren is very close to an epic, but she's rare.
Well, let's see. I have to consider who are going to be in the bundle, so those are going to get at least rare attention. And I try, well, obviously, the epics are for mid-month, but there's times where some of them are designed to be the mid-month, and then we do some swapping around. But also just the character themselves. If the character fits the skin line the best, they might need the most polish. Or if they have the most articles that will really, pizzazz it up, that's the person who gets to be epic.
Yeah. So that's the design when we're choosing, and then the delineation in game is just they generally get put into the mid-month, right? Because that's when the epics are coming out now. Although we did upgrade our future Loxodon because he was so cool, and even though he was in the bundle,
that whole pack was technically, they were all epics. I think they were all epics.
No, I thought
with
only
the
Dark Future.
Ranger Fleet and the God Orcane.
Yeah, we got Orcane. I thought only Loxo got upgraded though, but they're all like that quality.
They're all crazy.
The thing that makes them epic though is if they have a wind jingle. Like that's like the one delineation. It's like you're basically a rare that has VFX, sound effects, articles, and ideally VO.
All the teams get it.
Rares can have all of those, but usually it's like they only have like pick one or pick two, right?
Yeah.
Epics have all of those plus a wind jingle generally, and
I think it's our idea and our plan, but I think over time we've been just like sprinkling jingles for the fun of it.
I mean, if we have a rare with a jingle, I'd have to look, but I think usually we just wait and save the jingle for the epic. I will say though, like the reason that the rare and epic delineation is a lot harder to tell is because before we launched, there was like another rarity. We used all 4 rarities, but like legendary, like the Salaryman Crag one would have been a legendary, and then rares and epics. Rares were just model swaps, and epics had the VFX.
Things got real confusing inside.
Yeah, but then the problem was we had some rares where we wanted to do just like a little bit of stuff, and we were like, okay, we don't want to upgrade these. We also knew we wanted to like change the character later and do something else, so that's when we like bumped everything down. So what was epics and rares got merged into one rare grouping. So now rares just have, they can be really different, right? You can have I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a rare that doesn't have any changes. Is Otter Maple rare?
Otter Maple is rare, yeah.
Okay, so you have Otter Maple on one side, which is a beautiful skin and everyone loves it, and then you have like
Let's dance.
Pirate Claren on the other side. So like they're both rares, even though obviously there's a lot.
Yeah, in that sense, Claren was the old version of what epic used to mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, Otter Maple got a little bit more than the old rare would have had. We would have said like no water splashes, no anything else. Right? We would have kept it like
it would have just been the body and just recolor the plants, and that was enough.
And that would have. But then we were like, we don't need to do this hard of ruling because those VFX and stuff were already made. It's like it takes Tony like a couple hours to add water splashes inside of other effects. So then it's like let's just make it one rarity and just do it as it makes sense.
Oh, and I got you guys. There's a pebble. She's got a pebble now. She's throwing the pebble. The otter has her pebble.
Is that the next hot fix, or is that live now?
Yeah. half fix, I think.
Next
It went
half
in
fix.
with the wrong seed, but the pebble is there. I did make the pebble.
Yo, let's go. That was from feedback. Where did you see that feedback to change it to Pebble?
I'm not sure. It was in the ethos. Like Twitter, Reddit. I don't know.
Alright,
It was just so popular of a thing that I was
Okay.
like, okay, pebble.
I'm asking in case, you know, they come up with an idea again that they want to, yeah, they want to request something. Where they go? So Reddit, Twitter, just put it out in the ethos. Tag Jamie on Twitter.
Yeah, spam me. Tell me everything you need me to fix. I used to be more active on Twitter, but busy. I haven't been posting any of the sculpts in a long while. But people used to just comment directly.
If people start atting you for requests, then maybe you'll have to
realize you don't want this.
Yeah, right. You'll be like, oh, I don't even want to go on Twitter. My personal one is one that Nikolai on our team pointed out when we were doing the Pirate Maple one. No. I'm still trying to get Gabe to do it. So Pirate Maple is an epic. Remember, she's epic tier. So therefore, her down air and her up tilt should be Kraken tentacles and not vines. They should be Kraken tentacles. And Nikolai said that when he was making the video. He's like, oh yeah, obviously you can't change it now because I'm doing the video, but wouldn't it be cool? And then I was like, yes, that would be cool, considering that's the skin I use. No. So Jamie has to do it. It's just going to come at some time. Yo, Rivals Rat God, with a bunch of gift subs. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do still want that, and I think because I'm Dan, I will get it eventually.
I think I can pressure him to do it right now in front of everyone. Promise the chat.
I'm just gonna make a Trello card, put high priority on it, and make it Gabe's next task once he's done whatever he's working on right now.
And that is who's got to do it.
Yeah.
Gabe doesn't know it. He doesn't know it yet.
he didn't want to do it before, but he's gonna have to do it because it's gonna be fire. All right. How many of the OG Rivals characters will be revealed each year? Well, we talked about the order a bit before, or not the order, the amount. We're still planning on, like, on average, like 50-50, and that will be until all of the characters are back. So right now we are above 50-50 because we did 3 returning plus Galvin. And then I have also said last stream, knowledge drop was I consider Reina to be returning.
Yep.
So yeah, in order for us to get to back around 50-50, there'll probably have to be some new characters. And new is, there's 2 types of new. There can either be new, like Galvin, or there can be new to rivals, playable in rivals, like Fleet or Loxodon. Those are what I consider like new characters.
Lore peoples. I got a good one. Will you make some rigging, animation, and polycount guides for Workshop in Rivals 2 before it releases so it's easier to get started making 3D characters? And I would say I've already internally been making guides for stuff like that, so if Dan lets me, I'll totally. If I can make the guide the same way back when I used to do Dota 2 stuff, and I had that Dota 2 guide, if I could be that guy, that's full circle. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think for us right now, it's like we make a lot of skins, so the skin team is generally like full plate all the time, and then not only that, then we drop in like tournament skins. We're like, oh hey, we're gonna be at Genesis and we need this skin by like 2 weeks from now. So they're generally full plate, but I mean, I think it'd be worthwhile to get you on that. Corey and Diego as well, if they have time to help out. So maybe, I don't know if we wouldn't like hold up, you know, if we're gonna do open beta or whatever, or testing or what, like we're not gonna hold it up to have those types of guides, but I think we could get some from our team, or maybe even collabing with community members who are good in those areas. I think it's a good idea.
For sure. We can even they could just be recorded. We can make them videos if writing is too much effort.
Yo,
But
let's
I
go.
like all the pictures. Like hands-on tutorials with the devs.
Just turn some of the dev streams around, you know, when right after workshop comes out, turn some of the dev streams into
Gonna make a bunch of 3D artists.
guides.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Rivals Academy.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea because, you know, we're doing this once a week. Eventually, we're going to run out of topics. So it's like, let's just start doing some learn to model with Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Show you guys all the brushes, all the tricks.
Yeah, do some ZBrush, but you can show off your favorite brush, which was something polish. I already forget.
AJ
Polish.
AJ Polish.
Yeah, that's my favorite DJ.
It's like they were probably expecting Orbs. Orbs is a really famous one, but no, AJ Polish.
Orb sucks.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. I didn't mean it like that. I just come from a very competitive community where if you're not first, you're last. So, you know, not my fault. Cool. All right, let's see what other questions we got for either Reina or the Skin Man, or just in general about Rivals 2 in current day and age. We are pretty close to Galvin's release. So even though this stream was talking about Lorena and things that we wanted to make sure we capture going from Rivals 1 to Rivals 2, we also have Galvin coming out in 2 weeks from yesterday, or 2 weeks from Tuesday rather. So pretty close. When is the no board refreshing? The next no board will be with Galvin's release, because there will be balance changes with Galvin's release.
The watermark on the suitcase, it's already in the patch. It's coming.
Yeah.
See someone saying that. We got it. We don't miss. We see. And if we do miss, I haven't seen it yet, so just, whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, we saw it just with too tight turnaround. Because when we watched the video, we're like, yo, this video's fire. And then I think someone was like, we should probably put the watermark on the suitcase. And then we were like, oh, yeah. And then they came out and everyone was like, hey, the suitcase doesn't have the watermark on it.
Everyone checked. They're like,
I know. And then we're like, yeah, I guess we got to do that now. My critical hit effect doesn't save when I close the game. Yeah, we're looking into that. I've had bugs with it, so I think there's 2 bugs happening. One, I think you're right that it's not saving. But then 2, I've also had, I tried to equip the new one. I've also had where my opponent has it online. I guess they do remember to go in and set it, and then it triggers for me. So I only see it like once every 10 games, even though I thought I had it equipped. So yeah, we will get that on our higher up our bug list, but I'm pretty sure, especially right now, I feel like it's less of a big deal because we only have the mech one, but our goal is to turn the critical hits into a cosmetic, just like death effects and platforms. So we want to make sure both bugs are fixed, both the saving and then also the not using the right one online.
I got some who's your main Jamies, what's my favorite skin? And I'll go out and tell everybody right now that originally when we were 2 people, we were all Crag mains. The entire skins team was Crag mains.
Crag
so
1 and Crag
if I'm gonna
2.
answer Crag 1 and Crag 2. And favorite skin is Primal Crag. I basically made that skin for myself, and it was like a super accident. Because I was designing Abyss Crag at the time, and I was still I was sculpting and looking for what it was going to be. And I noticed that the carapace, the helmet that I was making, was looking a little like a Triceratops type of head thing. And I was like, that's a dinosaur. So I immediately put that sculpt aside, and I just started working on that one. And I was like, oh, this Dino Crag is awesome. I love this. This is for me. And then I finished the Abyss afterwards. So that was 2 skins that got made at the same time, and 1 by accident. So yeah, Primal Crag, that's me. That's the only skin I use.
You got to make yourself a palette now.
I do. I've been
Yeah.
thinking about just, secretly dropping it in there and making it
Yeah.
so I could play it whenever I want.
I've been using the black pirate
Yeah,
because
Black Pirate. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty sick. Doesn't have tentacles on up tilt though still, but other than that, it's pretty sick.
Soon.
Yeah, I remember too because Primal was always in our skin brainstorming doc because, well, one, I think basically everybody, if you worked on video games and you did not like dinosaurs when you were a kid, then that would be like the rarity. Right? I think most people who got into video games eventually as a profession and like dinosaurs. And then two, there's the skin line in League of Legends where they turned characters into dinosaurs, and I like that skin line in League.
Are you talking about the monster hunter looking line?
I think League has done it a couple times over the years, but the one I'm thinking of is like they had one where they used to do a thing when they released multiple together, they'd all share a splash art.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
one
yeah.
where it's like Renekton, Anivia, Cho'Gath, maybe? I forget who the other ones are in it. There's like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And that was like the reference image I posted, I remember. And I'd be like, Primal line, or we called it Dinosaur line, or whatever the heck we call it, Jurassic.
Yeah,
yeah.
Prehistoric, all of them, all the
I
names.
think it was
It was
prehistoric.
Jurassic for a while.
We had to shorten it down to something that was going to fit in front of every
yeah.
skin. And then also, when we did like, remember we were talking about it? I like Matt on our team, somebody was like, we couldn't do Jurassic because we were like choosing dinosaurs from like our other eras or whatever.
Yeah. We had a mammoth. We had a whole mammoth in there.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, we started doing caveman and stuff, and we were like, it's just for vibes, but all right.
Yeah.
So then we ended on Primal, but it was really funny naming that. There's lots of discussion over what that skin line was going to be called.
Mm-hmm.
Was Primal Crag the first one in that skin line?
I want to say yeah, but I don't remember if we already had gone to Fireball for the Forsburn one.
Oh yeah.
Or if the Crag made us go, we should get the Forsburn. I don't remember the order.
I think you're right. I think we did Crag. And then I think we maybe showed Crag as a reference.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot we had 2D concepts for the Forsburn. The Forsburn was so sick too, like using the feathers.
Yeah. That took me so long, but that's such a good sculpt too.
Yeah.
Like that cape being just a bunch of like sewed together leaves. Yeah. That was crazy. That was a crazy one.
That's funny. And then somebody said that they loved the midnight palettes.
Yep. You can thank SBS for that.
Yeah.
That's his color scheme.
Right. Who makes them? Is that you or Gabe that makes the midnight palettes, or it depends on the skin?
That's me.
That's
Gabe made the Mecha Raster Midnight, but
Cool.
the other ones, the ones that are on Abyss, it's usually just me being like, what palettes are we releasing with this patch? And I'll like last second throw in a Midnight.
Yo, fire. No, they are some of the coolest colors, I think. People want more midnight. Yo, let's go SBS. Can we get a Riptor inspired Galvin skin down the line since I worked on KI? Great question. I mean, I do like Riptor a lot. I think I'd have to, bring back some communication lines if I wanted to go ask about Riptor. But yeah, I think eventually I want to do like collabs for legendary skins.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Cool.
I don't. We haven't really explored any options yet. We have a lot of friends in the indie game scene now, just from going to events over the years. Like even Yacht Club on Shovel Knight. Like the reason we were able to make that happen in Rivals 1 is we would hang out with them at. I met them at I think an E3 one year at an Idea at Xbox event, and then we would see them at PAX over and over again. So like. Those are how a lot of our relationships formed. And then there is still a couple times where because I worked at Microsoft, like that's how we got Ori. Like if I had not worked at Microsoft, literally on Ori and the Blind Forest, like I did design assistance, I guess is what you would call it, design support. If I had not done that, I don't think we would have been able to get Ori. So like, there is some collabs that I can kind of make happen because of my previous jobs, but I think a lot of them it's more just gonna be like indies that we've either met or just like ones that are really cool that are in for that kind of thing. I think for us, like once they get too big, like if a game really pops off, it's harder because they have so many opportunities and they're also more protective, right, of their IP. Something like Undertale just like went to the moon when it came out. That's like a lot harder. I think it'd be like, indies that are either we knew them before they popped off, or they're like a smaller size is like ones that we would be, because we also just want to make sure they want to work with us, right? Like it's not, to us it's not as exciting if we have to beg them or they're not not interested, and or it's a lot of red tape.
Yep. I got one. You ready? Would you ever do a fan-made cosmetic line, like how Team Fortress does their cosmetics now? Easy answer. We have done that. That was basically what the Kickstarter backers were. They sent us their concepts, or whatever their idea was, and I had to concept it or make it, depending on how fleshed out the skin was, or how legally safe it was. But I guess in general, how do you feel about that, Dan?
Yeah, I think
fan-made cosmetic line.
I think like a contest again we could run where like we do it like a Kickstarter where Jamie makes it. In terms of like fan-made content, that's like a long-term goal I'd like eventually, is like actually doing like Dota 2 style or Warframe or these other games where there's like ways that it officially gets ingested. The thing for us though is like a lot of the choices we made into how the game is built, so Unreal, PlayFab, dedicated servers, like all three of those is so we can go cross-plat eventually. So we would need to, if we had a way that things get in the game, it would need to go cross-platform, right? So it probably look more like Rivals 1, I would imagine, where we have a system where we, like, people on our team are the ones who like approve it, and then it would actually get added to the game files, as opposed to like the Dota style where there is like paid mods ish, because like I wouldn't want it to be like, hey, somebody has, I don't know, Mecha, what's a character that doesn't have Mecha yet?
Fleet.
Yeah, sure. Mecha Fleet. So Mecha Fleet
Olympia
is fan made, and then it's like you're playing against it online, but then the only way you can purchase it is to get the game on Steam and go into the Steam Workshop and like buy it there. Like that's like a really crazy flow, because at that point, you're playing against it on, let's say this is way in the future in the games, on a console. If you're playing against it on a console, like to have to buy it, like that would be really bad. So it's like, yes, it's a long-term goal, but all of like how it would happen, we haven't solved any of those problems yet. So like, I think right now a contest like the way we did on Kickstarter is possible. That'd be fun to run again if Jamie's interested in doing that work again. And then some kind of officially adjusting way that's similar to the Rivals 1 workshop floor, where it's like, I don't know, we run a contest where like the best fan-made skin gets in the game, and then we, I don't know, share revenue or something like that just for that one skin. I think that would be way more likely than having a Dota 2 or Warframe style skin shop for a while.
Yeah, more Dota. Let's do it. And what else? What did I see? Somebody said something. I missed it. James. That's too much. I can't answer that question. I was like, that's a top secret.
Which is the question?
I'll copy pasta it for you.
All right. Wow, yeah, that's a very good question. Let's not answer that one. That's funny. Would we consider adding bones for Primal Crag down special? Maybe.
Yeah, that
Doesn't
was
Primal Crag already have bones on their hit effects at least? Or no?
the bones and the feathers on the hit effects, but he was he was turned rare, so I said it's fine if he keeps throwing his rocks, but yeah, if I went all the way, I would have made a new rock and a new pillar.
Well,
For sure.
Jamie uses that skin, so if it does get updates, you'll know.
You'll know.
Hey Dan, how can I get your sick hat? We have hat, not this AE hat. This one, the problem is, you see this Nike thing. I don't think we could actually like sell this one because it's got this on it. The only reason is because I like a very specific type of hat, even Jamie's hat, which is nice. It's the same hat. It's like,
I don't have none of that.
It fits differently. It's not a performance hat. So for us to sell it, I think I'd have to find a performance hat that doesn't have this logo that is nice, and then maybe we could order a bunch of them. But this is just like a custom, like a made on demand, right? Which means it would not be financially viable for us to sell these because they literally cost like $22 to get it, which means hats sell for like $25. So after shipping and everything, like we wouldn't be able to sell these on like a shop or anything and make money. We'd probably lose money, honestly. That's how it would work if we had inventory. If we ordered like 1,000. So we would probably lose money. So I don't know. Eventually we'll get hats. I'd like to do like, maybe, I know we can maybe do something with Shark Robot, but maybe we could put an AE hat up there that looks similar. Or a Rivals 2 logo hat. Yeah, that would be fire. All right, I got a hard stop at 11:30, so that means we got time for like 1 or 2 more questions.
1 or 2 more questions. Oh, somebody asked something about custom colors. That's still happening, and it is on the on the list.
It was on the roadmap for Beyond. Jamie's the one who made our design doc, so if you go look at that roadmap and you see the image of the crag,
that was my mock-up. Yeah, that's why Crag's there.
Primal Crag
it is too? Primal Crag. That's like the tag. You know, I worked on something if you just see Primal Crag.
That image is from Jamie's design doc, which I think was very good. Jamie made a very good design doc for custom colors because one of the things that I was worried about is like now that there's so many more slots and so many more things that can change, how are we even going to achieve custom colors? And I think the doc Jamie did is good. I'm confident in that side of it. Now it's still all the UI work.
Yeah. Well,
and
now that we got Joe all freed up, we can put Joe all over that.
Yeah, maybe actually. Yeah. So now we do have a new hire, Jasmine, on our team who's doing UI engineering, which means hopefully eventually we'll be cruising where we can kind of have general UI on Jasmine and then specific things go to Joe, as opposed to all of the UI goes to Joe right now. Which is a lot of work.
Yep.
All right, one last question, Jamie. I'll let you pick it.
Oof. I'm gonna drop it. Last question. Give me a good one, guys. This one's more for you. Do you want a Dan question? Let's do a Dan question. What is your current thoughts on game character balance now that we've had more focused nerfs to each character?
Great question. Well, one, I am still playing ranked. I was doing a stream last week. I had a couple, like 2 maybe, where it's on my Twitch and YouTube, which is D4Nacy and just the number 4Nacy on YouTube. And I play ranked and I get salty and I complain about Claren. And it's really entertaining if you want to watch that. So yes, I am still playing. We are still tracking balance. Trevor has changes that are intended for 10.7 patch. I think again, Trevor's thought process was hitting certain characters, right? Focusing on some of the characters that didn't get hit in the summer ones. Both looking at buffs and nerfs, right? Kind of just like adjustments to things that are either annoying or things that are a little too weak. So that is where we're trending. Honestly, I think right now, like, a lot of things are in a pretty good spot. I think Trevor's still experimenting with like some additional nerfs to, well, not nerfs, but like changes to floor hugging and like whether there's any other states that we want to adjust. I know one that he was experimenting with was like, once you're already in knockdown and you get hit by something weak, should you be able to, you know, floor hug and then counter hit, or should it go back into knockdown? So that's something that I know he's been experimenting with. We'll see where it ends up for 10-7. And an overall character balance, I think the roster is pretty good right now. Like overall power level, like it's funny because it's like I go look at Nolt and I'm still doing Nolt feedback, and I have like a couple posts that are sometimes it takes me like a day or two to actually get something out because I have to make sure it's well written. But I do just read the complaints, ones that I don't reply to. I'll just read to people spiraling about their main. And it is very, I think it's entertaining to see people, you know, like the Olympia main being like, floor hugging makes my character bad and we have to change this because of XYZ. But then you see some other character be like, floor hugging ruins my character and it makes Olympia amazing because Olympia still has fair and dare and up tilt and all these other ways to counter it, but my character doesn't. Like all I have is down air and that's it. So like every person is kind of looking at through the lens of their character, whereas we on the dev team, even though now I do finally have a main, in Rivals 1 I didn't, but in Rivals 2 I play Maple. So like the way I view Platinum ranked is through the lens of Maple, but the way I view the entire game, right, the way I view top level play and the way I view beginner play has to be through everyone. So yeah, we're looking at through every character, and I think right now, like overall game balance, the characters are really close, right? The tiers are maybe the tightest they've been since launch, across multiple skill levels. Like maybe very, very beginner, the tiers are always a little different because Crag and Zetterburn are so much easier. I think Galvin actually will be kind of a nice character for them as well. So sure, maybe that's a little spread out, but like the plat level and the top level, the characters are very tight right now, which I think is good. So now it's like, for me personally, I'm more looking at matchups, like which matchups are very skewed, right? Crag versus Fleet. How do we make that?
How do we save him?
How do we make sure that Fleet has a chance? Just kidding. You know, I mean, I think we have made some good adjustments, but now it's like in Rivals 1, we got to this point eventually a couple years in where we were like, let's look at very specific matchups. And we did some weird things. We would be like, I remember being like, oh, like, let's make Clarence Field, like, delete this thing because Clarence bad against this character. Maybe there's something, I don't know, like maybe Crag can pass the Fleet Bomb to you with down special. Just for no, even though it's the only projectile that can do it.
Oh, I mean, speaking of, you know, pillar hit, I think should, you know, pass that. That's pretty melee.
That's what I mean. Like, just coming up with very specific things. Be like, maybe it would only help in very niche situations, but just trying to adjust the matchup. We might do things like that. But with that, it is 1 minute after, so I'm going to go to my next meeting. Thank you, Jamie, for coming in this one. I think it is a good idea to maybe have we'll have you back hopefully after workshop public beta, where we can get you to teach us some ZBrush, show us why that's the AJ brush. AJ polish is the greatest brush in the game and also the second best DJ in the game. And yeah, we'll see everyone next time.
Yeah. Peace.
Bye.